Hi guys, it's me again. Happy New Year. It's so good to see you guys, and it feels good being on this side. I hope so. It also feels good being on the other side of receiving. So we are still on week 3 of prayer and fasting, and I really insist on prayer and fasting, so that ensure as you're fasting you're also praying, so that you can be able to hear what God has to tell you or what God has to share with you. So today, on this week, we have been concentrating on the subject love, and today we are concentrating on the theme shifting from fear to love. And I think fear is a very interesting topic, but maybe to just show us what fear really is, the word of God says, "For the Lord has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power, the spirit of love, and a sound mind." So how do you know you have fear? If you don't have a sound mind, if you do not have love, if you do not have power. So how do we shift from fear to love? So the opposite of fear is love, and the opposite of love is fear. So if you do not have love, you have fear, and if you do not have fear, you have love. So what we get from this is that God has not given us the spirit of fear. And the encouragement that we have today as we're praying and fasting is that ensure at least you shift from the place of fear. And maybe to take us to take a journey on us concerning fear. Some of us have really been hurt, and you're like, I don't think I can give these people a second chance because of what they have done to me. If I give them a chance, maybe they're going to do again what they did to me. But God is encouraging us today, where our theme verse is coming from 1 John chapter 4 from verse 19, but I'm going to start from verse 18, and it's from verse 18, but I'm going to start from verse 17. "This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment. In this world, we are like Jesus. There is no fear in love." Fear and love cannot coexist in the same place. You are either in fear or in love. So there is no fear in love. That's verse 18. "But perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love." I love the way every verse that we are reading, it keeps encouraging us about becoming perfect in love. So there's a very, it's like there's the word of God is trying to insist on the perfection of love, or becoming perfected in love. And this verse 18 is saying, the one who fears is not made perfect in love. So maybe you're wondering, why can I not just grow in being kind, or can I not just show fully what love is, the way love is patient, love is kind, love it's gentle, you have self-control. Like you are questioning, why can I not show all these things at a go? Because one thing we have learned from all the previous sessions we've had is that you have to be made perfect in love. So that means it's a timing, like it's something that happens in a season. And for something to be perfected, there has to be people who are working there. So it's either me, and there is a spirit behind me. So, and when we talk about love, we talk about God, because we say that God is love. And verse 18 says, "The one who fears is not made perfect in love." And all of us are looking forward to being made perfect in love. So are you looking forward to become perfected in love? Then you cannot fear. You cannot be living in fear, like, what if I do this to them and they're not grateful? What if I go out there and they do not appreciate the work that I've done? What if I tell them what I think and they do not like what I have said? You know, that means you set a boundary line for love. Therefore, you cannot do certain things if you're in fear. Remember, for you to be made perfect in love, you have to shift from fear itself. And verse 19 says, Verse 19 says, we love because he first loved us. Imagine, there is no other reason for us to love. The reason I love my brother, the reason I love that person that hurt me, the reason that I love the person that when I think of them, I cannot even think of forgiving them, is because I was also loved. Like, the reason I want to love them, the reason I want to forgive them, the reason I want to be kind is because I was first loved. And I did not choose, or I did not do anything so that I can be loved. Imagine, there is nothing that I did for me to be loved. Christ loved me the way that I am. And the reason why he wants us to do the same to our enemies, to the people that have hurt us, to the people who have caused us bitterness, is because he also loved us first. And verse 20 says, whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or a sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God, whom they have not seen. And he has given us this command: anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. And what I feel here, God telling us is, you don't have an option. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. You have to forgive, and you have to forgive. You have to allow God to perfect you in love. And maybe as we are praying during this day and you're wondering, what if I'm not in a position to forgive them because the pain they have caused me, it's too much? Get out of that place of fear and surrender it to God. Tell God as it is. God, this is how I feel. This is how I feel when I see this person. I don't know even how I want to think. That these are my thoughts towards them. But I want to be perfected in love. Would you please help me? You have to surrender the weight of what you're carrying to God so that he can help you to walk in it. There is no fear in love. My encouragement to you today is, as you walk in today's journey, as you're praying for yourself, pray for your heart, pray for your thoughts. And as you're praying for yourself, surrender everything to him. The way you feel, whoever hurt you, the areas that you're covered in fear, what that looks like in your mind. And when you surrender it to God, God is very willing and able to help you through this journey. So in whatever you do today, may you remember to always choose love over fear. Mungu awabariki, mkuwe na siku njema.